Hey guys, Weekly Piano here. So we have a great question from a guy named Hernani in West Africa. He says, I saw one of your videos and there's a subject I'd really like to go deeper on. It's playing outside like Herbie Hancock does. So he's wondering how when we're doing any given key, we're in C minor, we want to play outside, which could look like this. That's outside, but like just slightly outside or more outside. You know, it could be that. So I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques. So here is one that is, I'm not actually sure who coined this. It kind of came up in conversation with another guitarist friend the other day. But it's where you, and Herbie actually does this, though I've never heard him describe it like this, so I don't know if he thinks about it like this or not. You have a note, so let's say you're in C minor, so let's pick the easiest note, C. So that's the 1 of C, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Flat 3, flat 6, and flat 7 if you're in minor. So now instead of that being the 1, so you're playing in C and you can lead back to that 1, right? And it's the 1, it sounds like a 1. But if you twist your brain a little bit to think of that as a different note, even if you switch to a key that's very close to the one that you're in, like let's switch to A flat and major, which actually uses all the same notes, but now that becomes the 3. The C is the 3 because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now you get a different sound, and it sounds a little bit outside. So this is the 3, and you treat it like the 3. And you can go to the 1, which is there, which you have more of a tendency to go towards if you're thinking in A flat. So then it sounds like. But then, so you do that, now you're in a different key mentally. Now shift that key a little bit to be a quality that is outside of the current change. So this is your 3 now, even though you're in C, you're thinking in A flat, but make it A flat dominant. So go like this. So now you can do lines like, so C, now I'm in A flat. Okay, so we switched it to A flat with the dominant 7. Let's make it an A flat sus. So now, I'm not playing good lines, but you get what I'm talking about. So all I'm doing is I'm still in C, but now I'm switching between. I'm gonna do a little bit more of a musical example and switch between C minor and A flat sus in my thinking, and I hope you can hear when I'm in one and when I'm in the other. Okay, that's, for example's sake, I'm doing that, but I would actually go through many more changes if I did that. So let's say you're, now let's say you have that pattern, right, in your mind. You've got C minor to A flat sus. Let's change that to F sharp sus. Okay, right? So your goal note that you're thinking in your mind, and always think of goal notes. I have another video on goal notes, but because that's something I use a lot in my own playing. I would always think of your goal note first is C, which is the 1. Then your goal note is C sharp, which is the 4 of A flat sus. And now your goal note's going to be B, which is the 4 of G flat sus. And now you're way out there. But now I'm going to use that pattern and switch between A flat, C minor, A flat sus, and F sharp sus, and then back to C to resolve it. And I'm going to do one other thing actually. I'm going to add one layer onto this for the last. It's going to be a 4-chord sequence that you're thinking in your mind all over C minor. So you're doing C minor, A flat sus, F sharp sus, back to A flat, but this time it's going to be A flat minor major, which I go through in some of my other videos, which is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, major 6, major 7, 1, which is basically a G, a dominant 7, with all of the spices on top. Alright, so see if you can follow along what I'm doing. I'll try to say it as I'm doing it. So like, just for example purposes, C minor, A flat, F sharp, and now A flat major minor, then back to C, right? What I did there was I did a chromatic planing. I was thinking A flat sus to G sus to F sharp sus to get, that's just to get to the F sharp. So I was like, you know, keeping that idea flowing through, but bringing it maybe make it a sharp 11, right? So you have that C grounding you in there. Love that. Yeah. It's a beautiful sound. I could do better if I worked on it. Anyway, so that's the. So I did that, and then I didn't actually finish the sequence there. I'm going to finish it for you now. So C. You get the point. Okay, so that's one way. Here's another little thing that. So that's sort of a technique that Herbie would use. You know, make that go down to the, even if you're in a major, C major, down to A flat major, back to C major. See, if you keep the same structure, I'm keeping like the 5, 1, 2, 3 structure in there. You can really go anywhere, but you just need to make the ideas consistent throughout. So. tell me what that was that I just did, you'll score some points with me or whatever. Just see if you can leave a comment of that last chord I went to. I didn't actually tell you what I was going to. But if you get it right, I'll let you know in the comments. Okay, so another little thing. Something that McCoy-Tyner did was thinking of question and answer form, not form, it's a thing, it's an idea, it's a concept. Think about doing like a question and an answer in your line, but then make the answer in a different key. So you've got your question in C sus or C minor. I did there was I did the question 3 times in C minor. And then I went to F sharp minor for the answer. Right? And then back to C minor. If it was all in C minor, it would sound like this. Taking that same line, I did like, or I did that, and I just moved it to different keys, but varied it a little bit, so it's not just the same thing, because that gets boring. You do that line, and then you continue it somewhere else. So I flipped it upside down and put it in F sharp. So in C minor, right side up, and then in F sharp, upside down. You know, and it lies on some different keys there. If you're going, now you're thinking, you're using the 7, 5, 4, 3 instead of the of F sharp instead of the 5, 7, 1, 2 of C minor, but the shape is the same, and so you get the same sort of sound, that same idea, and it's consistent, but it's in different keys, so it's really cool, and it's outside the changes. And the reason that McCoy-Tyner did that is because at first he was experimenting with going from A flat, which is the tritone substitution of the 2/5 to C minor. So he would go, right? So you could go, sorry. But instead, maybe you go, so A flat, I just A flat to F sharp, you know? Or like, and then you can extend it. So like, F sharp, E minor, F sharp, A flat, back to C. And you're still in C this whole time, so you're playing outside the changes in this cool way that's consistent. Stop the video, but I think that you will probably understand what I was trying to say. I hope you do. If you don't, ask me questions and I'll answer them. But those are a couple cool ways of playing outside the changes, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.